Hello, I'm Gabriela Pelsinger. I'm class of 2015 at Columbia College, and I am one of the 2012 core scholars. I wrote this piece, and it was performed as part of the 2012 Vagina Monologues, and so here it is again. When girls are hungry for knowledge, we should feed them. When they go hunting through forests and climbing up trees, sniffing for the tendrils of the pomegranate breeze, in search of the fruit that tastes of wisdom and feels like discovery is melting on your tongue, we should breathe support into their lungs. Tell them not to worry, that the stars would be honored to guide them through the darkness, because if your quest is for progress, you will never go hungry. When girls are starving for knowledge, we should not strike them down. Should not thunder rage from the heavens and kick them out of their garden, should not hand out punishments that last for eternity, should not ever dare to label their curiosities perversities. We should not punish her. She just wanted to learn. Threw open palms up to the sky as she reached for the apple, but they only saw her middle finger, so they caged her in a chapel, and her blood would stain glass for centuries. She was dangerous. Too dangerous for their world, so she was hurled through the gates. There would be no glory for the girl who dared to challenge her fate. Instead, they changed her story. And we are taught of someone else. Eve was far too easy. The woman followed anything, took anything, let anything into her mouth. She should have known better, should not have listened to that serpent, should not have gone with him into the trees. She should have seen what was coming in the dark amongst the branches, should have expected the scratches. Clearly she wanted what was coming. Just look at what she was wearing. Not even leaves covered her blushing. That slut. That slut, and so revolutionary, is chipped off her tombstone before she's even had time to be buried. And the blueprint for our daughters becomes something much different, as our history is steeped in a heritage of sinner and slut, of sinner and slut, of sinner and slut, and our names are soaked in her fabricated legacy, and our bodies become carved with the scars of our ancestors' heresies. Today, blood-stained stilettos line streets no longer safe, and politicians keep trying to redefine rape, and 1 in 4 women will be sexually assaulted while in college. So it's about time someone acknowledged that this is an epidemic. Just look. Just look for the symptoms. They are not that hard to find. How many catcalls will bruise her breast today? How many will become implanted in her spine, cause the very fibers of her sense of self to decay? How many times can you call a woman a slut before the word crawls up the walls of her larynx like some battered bougainvillea that seals it shut with its sludge, before she has nothing left to say for herself? Before we have nothing left to say for ourselves, no words are left to speak but the ones being forced down our throats. So we try to reclaim that one. So we march to reclaim that one. Thousands and millions strong tried to take it back, tried to take something back. Maybe if we took over enough sunshine-streaked sidewalks, it would stop lurking in alleyways, drenching the night sickly with its twisted melodies. Maybe if we splashed it over our bodies with enough brightly colored pigments, We could cover up the black and blue craters that too long have stained cheekbones, maybe, if we shouted it up to the heavens loudly enough. Eve would hear us and realize she had nothing to be sorry for. She had nothing to apologize for. It was not her fault. When girls are hungry for knowledge, we should feed them. When they go hunting through forests and climbing up trees, sniffing for the tendrils of the pomegranate breeds, we should breathe support into their lungs. Tell them never to worry, that the stars would be honored to guide them through the darkness, because if your quest is for progress, you will never go hungry.